What is going on, guys? Toma Tales here, and today I'm bringing you amazing people another tale of my life. Now, guys, if you don't know by now, you will. But Toma Tales is a segment where I share personal events, personal experiences that I have went through that I deem worthy enough to share with you amazing, motivated people, which is what I'm doing here today. And as you can tell by the title, we have another very, very juicy, very, very interesting tale to tell, which is titled, I Cheated and Gave Her... Before we get into that, can you guys please hit the like button right now? Go downstairs and hit that like button. Please don't forget, because I know I'm going to forget at the end of the video to tell you again. Just don't wait till the end of the video. I would really appreciate you just hit that like button. I'm getting about 60 views a video now, which is amazing. Thank you guys. But I'm only at like 4 likes. Like, that's hurting my feelings. My heart is getting very heavy. Like, you can see it's really heavy right now. It's flopping around. Just please hit that like button. But I don't want to keep going on about that because I know what you guys are here for, and I'm going to bring it right now. This is the tale of how I cheated on my ex-girlfriend. And this started about 8 months ago. Now, before I got into this relationship with this individual, we're going to name her Courtney, okay? Before I got into a relationship with Courtney, Toma Tales was a guy who got into college and, decided to party a lot and go out and sleep with a lot of different women. Toma Tales is very famously known for being a man whore at his college. Not crazily or anything, but just, another guy who's having fun sleeping around with many different girls on many different occasions. But also at this time, as I was doing that, months had passed, I just, was on the same thing. Sleeping with this girl, sleeping with that girl, who cares about them, on to the next. But, as I did that for about a year, even Toma Tales, he just thought there was more to it, and he wanted more than just a one-night fling. He wanted love. He wanted a beautiful woman to wake up to and tell her how beautiful she is, guys. And so, Toma Tales, kind of took care of that. I met Courtney on Tinder, funnily enough, and we ended up just talking on Snapchat. And then I saw her out. We talked when I was out at the bar. And then the second time I saw her out, we went home together that night. We went to her place, and in untypical Toma Tales fashion, I did not seal the deal. Now, there's a very, very, interesting reason as to why I didn't seal the deal, which is definitely gonna be one of my very upcoming Toma Tales, because that tale is gonna be crazy as to why I could not seal the deal, or perform, or, whatever you call it. But that night, I just, we just did other things, but I didn't seal the deal. And now, I think that might play a role in why we ended up dating, because all my friends told me that, oh, this is like the only girl you've ever not, just hooked up with, and then just moved on because you've already hooked up with them. And so they're telling me that the reason why you ended up dating this girl, Courtney, is because, you didn't think with that, you thought with this because you didn't do it. And I was like, okay, whatever, but that's besides the point. Toma Tales didn't smash. And 2 days later, I was like, this girl's really nice. She's super sweet. And she's kind of my type. So I asked her if she wanted to hang out. She says yes, which is kind of surprising to me because most girls, they just want to hook up. But she actually wanted to hang out. So that's exactly what we did, guys. We hung out, we went to a fort nearby, it's very popular, it's a historic site, and we just sat down and talked. And that talk kind of propelled a lot of events that I'm, talking about right now. After about a month and a half, I ended up making it official, and with that, obviously, I had to cut off all of my females that I had been talking to. I had to basically cut off my old life. My Snapchat was dry, my Tinder, all that stuff, it was over. Which I was fine with, guys. I was so happy, I was so excited, because when you have a person, you're very connected with, and you just, you start to love, you're catching feelings for, that is the most exciting time in any relationship, and that's what I was going through. I didn't mind not talking to this girl, that girl, because I was focused on you. I was focused on you, Courtney, even though that's not your name, but I was focused on her. And, we were living happily ever after. Our relationship was going great. We were deeply in love. We see each other every day. But as every fairy tale has its ending, every bad story has its, continuation. Because, as we all know, it's hard to be content with one person, guys. No matter how in love you are, it's just hard, and that's what I was going through. After about, I would say 4 or 5 months of me being strictly loyal to her, giving her all my attention, it just became a little weary on me. It became a little hard because anytime I would try and go out with my female friends, it would cause this huge scene where she gets sad, starts crying, and I feel bad, and this and that. But I was loyal for 4 to 5 months, guys. Toma Tales was loyal. But on this specific day that this tale happened, I was not loyal, guys. This was during summertime. Summer was about how long ago? 4 months ago? Whatever, 5 months ago, 6 months ago. And it was a Wednesday, guys. It was summertime on a Wednesday. And Laura... I almost said her name, guys. Finding Nemo, whoever her name is. I'm not stopping this video and redoing it. So let's just keep going, guys. But Courtney and I, we both lived here in this town for college, but we'd frequently go home and visit. And on this Wednesday during summertime, she decided to go home and visit her family, while Toma Tales stayed here. And at this time, we're madly in love, and we're still together. Everything is fine, But things were going to heat up, and on this specific Wednesday, I decided to go out with, I think, three of my female friends. It might have been 4, I can't remember, but we all went out to a bar that on Wednesdays turns into a club where a DJ comes and everyone goes crazy. And, I was at the club, and I was just like, every other time I had went out, whether it was with Courtney or without her, I had just been, in the beginning it was easy because I wanted to still, touch her, do all these things with her, but as the months went on and we were at the bars, at the clubs, I was like, man, I want to talk to that girl so bad. And on this Wednesday, I was so kind of I don't want to just stand here anymore while I see all these people going crazy and doing what I used to do. And so Toma Tales decided to take action. And after dancing for a while, we got there about 11. At about 1:30 in the morning, I see this really hot blonde girl standing on the dance floor with her friend. And I just decided to walk over there and, talk to her, which is, exactly what I did. I walked over there. We ended up talking, looking at her. I'm sizing her up. She's got the whole package. She's really, really hot, guys. And we end up making out on the dance floor for a good bit. And, we danced. She's grinding on me, whatnot. But it was pretty late, guys, okay? This was this was my last shot of the night, and I definitely scored the bucket. But it was late, as I said, so we all ended up, my friends came over, and we're like, all right, we're about to leave, so let's go. So my friends and I, we walk out to the front of the bar waiting for our Uber. But as I'm waiting out there at the front, I see the girl I was just making out with. We'll name her Ashley. She's sitting over there with her friend, probably also waiting for a ride. So what does Toma Tales do? I go walk on over there, and I say what's up again. Now, at this point, these girls knew I had a girlfriend. I had told them many times while I was dancing and doing my thing with them. Which, I'm just a very transparent person. I'm going to tell you how it is, and if you don't want to do anything, that's fine. Bye. But, everyone still wants to, because girls are pretty crazy these days. They don't care. And that's why, guys, a little Toma Motivate segment here. Be careful with who you date, because as I already told you, you never know what they're doing, and they really just don't care out here in 2021, 2022. Any year, they don't care. So yeah, I go over there, we talk, they're like, don't you have a girlfriend? What are you doing? I'm like, yeah, sure, whatever. So I'm like, hey, let me get your Snapchat, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, you already have my Snapchat. You just got it over there. I was like, oh, the alcohol probably. But yeah, so I already had a Snapchat, and so I walk away again, and we get a ride home. And now Toma Tails is just sitting, laying in his bed at around 2:30 at night, still alcohol in my system, just like, I don't know if you guys know that feeling if you drink, but, you don't want to be alone at night drunk. And so I was texting this individual, what was her name again? Dang, I kind of forgot her name, guys, so we're gonna rename her Sarah, because she's irrelevant anyways, no one cares about her, so we'll name her Sarah. She gets a different name. Sarah. So I'm texting Sarah, and she wants to hang out. So Toma gets up, gets in his car, and at around 4 in the morning, I drive over to her house, which is only about a 10-minute drive. I pick her up, and we head back to my dungeon, my mansion. And, we get things going. Now, a very, very important message here from Toma Motivates, breaking news. He just told me, guys, wear a condom. Wear a condom. Back at this time, 8 months ago, 6 months ago, I think 5 months ago, whatever, when this happened, I think it happened about 5 months ago, I never wore a condom, which is really, really dangerous, and I was sleeping with so many different women in college, and they're sleeping around with everyone. So guys, please, Toma Motivates has a message, wear a condom. I'm motivating you guys to wear a condom, because there's so many diseases out there that can ruin your life. This is not a joke, so wear a condom. But yeah, on this specific Wednesday, I invited her over. I'm not going to get graphic like I did my other, TaleTime with my threesome, but we have sex, unprotected as usual, and she ends up spending the night, and then I have sex again unprotected in the morning, and then she goes her merry way home. Now at this point the next day, I feel the guilt, because you guys don't know Courtney, my ex. She's an amazing, lovable, innocent, sweet person, as sweet as they get, and that's why it's very unfortunate that whatever has happened, because she didn't deserve that, and so this is weighing very heavily on my conscience. And I told her from day one, if I ever cheat on you, if I ever do anything like that, I might as well just break up with you. What's the point? If I'm going to do that, clearly I don't want to be with you, so I'm just going to end it to make it easier. I told her that. And so, she ended up coming home 2 days after that Wednesday, and I didn't tell her. I cheated on her. I didn't tell her anything, because what's the point? And I wasn't ready to end our relationship yet, because I knew if I told her, things would just spiral out of control, and I was not ready for that. I still, loved her very, very much. But at the same time, after that night, I never was the same, because I got a taste of what it was like to party and sleep with different girls again. And guys, I liked it. I had so much fun that night, and that just kept lingering in my mind every day. I was like, man, I just want to keep doing that, And after, I think, about a week and a half after she came home, I made the decision that I need to break up with her. Now, this was about 4 or 5 months into our relationship. I just didn't want to do it anymore. I didn't want to get yelled at because I was out with my female friends having fun, not doing anything, but just out with them, at a bar, drinking and hanging out. I didn't want that burden on me anymore, and I wanted to make good on my promise that if I ever did anything to hurt her, I would end it. And so, on a Friday night, about a week and a half after this incident, I went over to her place after I was at a bar with some friends. It was about 1:30 in the morning, 1 in the morning. I drove over there, and I gave her the news that I wanted to end it, and I was breaking up with her. Now, her being the person she is, it was very, very, very hard on her. She couldn't accept it. And she kept calling me. She kept, messaging me. And I'm not going to lie, even for myself, it was super hard. And I did not expect it to be that hard to end it. But I was tearing up, guys. It was my first relationship, my first love. This was my first, like, real love. I was in love, guys. So it was also very hard for me. And I wasn't ready to end it. So a day later, the next morning, she asks me if she can just talk to me and we can talk things out and just get clearance. So I said, okay, we can get clearance. So she ends up coming over and we talk about everything. And then I tell her that I cheated on her. And obviously she did not want to hear that. But I just told her, I told her what I was feeling. I told her I want to just, kind of be single again, do what I want to do. I want to live that free lifestyle I did before. And I told her I cheated. Her reaction, it was a bit unexpected. Because I told her I cannot, just be mutually just you and I. I can't do that. I told her if we wanted to stay together, we would have to, be like a friend with benefit. Be in an open relationship. And I told her that. And to my surprise, she told me she did not want to lose me in her life. She wanted me to still be a part of her life because of how much I meant to her. And so it was a big mistake. Guys, learn from my mistakes. Do not do this. We decided to go in an open relationship. And it was going fine, guys. But as quickly as about a week and a half into this open relationship, about 2 weeks after I cheated on her, I start feeling very itchy down there. Now, if you're a dude, sometimes you're just a little itchy down there. Your manscaped balls are just a little bit itchy. Not even the balls, the genitals. They're just a little itchy and it'll go away. But in this specific instance, it just kept popping back up. So itchy. Even at the gym, anywhere, it was so itchy. And I was like, okay, I can't, keep pretending it's just something, it's going to go away. I was like, this is something. So I ended up doing some research. And I thought it was just a yeast infection. A urinary tract infection, which can be itchy. But it can also be healed very easily with tea tree oil and coconut oil. So what did I do? Your boy Toma Tails just decided to put tea tree oil and coconut oil on his genital about 3 times a day for about a month and a half to 2 months. And at this time, the itchiness was kind of going away, but the symptoms were still there, and deep down I knew, damn, this was something bigger than just a yeast infection or a urinary tract infection. And so at this time, I was like, I have to tell Courtney about this. I can't just leave her in the blind and then, whatever. So I decided to tell her, I might have something. And at this point, she already knows I cheated on her. So she's like asking me what's going on, what are the symptoms, and I just tell her, it's really itchy, this and that. And it's not getting better. And obviously, this is really bad for her. She doesn't sleep around with anyone else. Even when we're in an open relationship, she still considers herself to be just mine when I'm doing other things. But yeah, I couldn't deny the facts anymore. I was having symptoms of a sexually transmitted disease. And so, about 2.5 months, 3 months after the incident, after sleeping with my ex many times unprotected, after I cheated on her, let me talk about that real quick, because I did not know. She came back 2 days after I cheated on her. We started having sex right away. I didn't know I had anything at that point. It didn't come until a week and 2 weeks after. So, it's not my fault, but it's definitely my fault. But yeah, I decided, actually, I didn't get tested. She got tested when we both visited her family in her hometown. We took a trip out there. And I was like, it's perfect. Your doctor's over there. I don't go to the doctors. I don't have a doctor, so just you get tested. And she did. And that's where I'll fill in the blank now. I cheated on my ex and gave her chlamydia. Now, chlamydia is a very common sexually transmitted disease. It's not that bad, but it's still a disease that you can spread to everyone and anyone. And that's what I did to my ex-girlfriend. I gave her chlamydia. I cheated on her. And it was just a very bad situation, guys. She broke the news to me that we had chlamydia, but sadly for her, her love for me was too strong, and we still ended up continuing our journey as a couple. And that's where I'm going to end this video specifically. But guys, this is not the end of Courtney. This is not the end of Courtney. I'll be probably bringing 2 more tales of Courtney and I's lives together, because there has been so much happening. Stay tuned for that, guys, because there's going to be a lot going on. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's tale. And as always, I'm going to remind you guys, hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment, and I hope you guys enjoyed my video. Stay blessed, stay motivated, and stay ready for another Toma Motivations video and another Toma Tales video. I am out. Peace and bye.